I know. I have to go 30 minutes early today. We're streaming a little bit on the earlier side. But today for me has been an abnormal day, and so I needed to go a little bit early today, and we're doing things totally different. We're off the rails today. We're just gonna go through. Well, today, let me explain what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go through. We're gonna start the game. We're gonna go through with the fighter, because I think after yesterday's foray, the fighter is the character that we're gonna go with for our 1cc attempts. And I think I'm going to have to set up save states for some of the boss battles at the towards the end of the game, because that is the only way that we're going to be able to expedite this process without having to slog through these opening levels repeatedly. So, if you're new here, welcome to the Quarter Pumper, where we normally play through classic arcade games in an effort to answer a single question. And that question normally is, how much would it cost us to beat this game in an arcade when we were kids? But if you've been hanging out with me, if you've been my player too, you know that we go on epic side quests. And the side quests involve us live streaming difficult arcade games every single day to see if an average adult gamer with some super basic gaming skills can get good enough at these games to 1cc them. That's one credit clear, where you drop in a single credit at the beginning of an arcade game and you play through the entire thing, start to finish, without continuing. And I'm super psyched because to have you along with me, because this is not the first game we've done in this series. This is actually the 6th game we've done in this series. Surprisingly and remarkably, at least for me, because I'm like a basic B. I was not an extraordinary gamer. In my youth, I was average at best. Maybe now I'm just slightly above average. Oh, and I still do dumb things like that, like hit the traps when I know there are traps. But yeah, through this series, through this process that we've honed together, we have 1cc'd 5 other arcade games, including X-Men the arcade game, Ghouls N Ghosts, Splatterhouse, Contra the arcade game, and most recently, we did our first shmup, R-Type. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to do these videos without your help, because it's you coming to these live streams, watching on the replay, leaving your comments in your chats, telling me your tips and tricks and strategies and experience with the games to help me get to where we are today. Oh, swing and a miss. Hold on a second. We gotta get in our good. Oh, we can hit them. We can hit him if we're just above or below the plane, the vertical plane, without them hitting us. So I like to be above, like right here, right? We can wail away on him, and he can't hit us with his axe. But it's a matter of getting into that position. All right, let's just be cool. We got one more bar for him to go. Oh, I should have moved. I should have been cool. I did the opposite of what I said I was gonna do. But like I said, yeah, it's you being my co-pilot, being my navigator. I'm just the vessel in which we accomplish the 1cc's. Sometimes sooner, sometimes longer. It takes us longer, but in the end, if we trust the process, we will get there together. I know, sometimes we'll lose, and we'll do that together too. All right, let's get going. We got a lot of King O Dragoning to do. Let's go. Yesterday we tried the wizard just to make sure that we did not want to be the wizard, and it was. I gotta use some magic here to get rid of some of these guys, to clear some of the playing field. And the wizard was not everything that he was cracked up to be. I mean, I enjoyed playing him earlier on, but it was counterintuitive to how we have been playing. Oh, which is learning how to block, utilizing magic to crowd control only, and hold on a second. I gotta focus here for a second. I want to make sure we get enough. We have enough HP when we get up to the dragon, the weaver, because we can get them, but it's a matter of conserving HP, and I don't want to run out of time, so we got to take him along for a ride. All right, we got 10 seconds. We're not gonna. If time runs out, we automatically die. It's an auto death, so. Okay, we got this. Now that we're clear of the first attack. Dodge that one. Get over here. A couple more hits. Get back here. Yeah, today is all sorts of off. I had a insane work day, and I'll tell you what I'm doing right now that is totally is getting a little wild for me. Can't do it during the boss fight, but I'll let you listen in on a second, and it's gonna be something I never talked about on this channel. There we go. Hold on. Let's keep dancing. Let's keep dancing, buddy. We got this. Just be patient. Oh, he's invincible. He's gonna come swooping down. Got some hits in there. Shoot him down that way. Another dive. Hit some wind, water, and heart. Got a hit in there. Okay. Leveled up. Nice. We got some HP restored. 2 more bars for him. Oh no. That was foolish. We should have avoided that. Oh, we got this. 1 more cycle. 2 more cycles. We got this. There we go. And Germinator, welcome. What's going on? Good to see you in the stream. I'm so glad you're new to my channel. So this is what I'm doing. Yeah. That's the sound of a soda, and I never drink soda. Soda was one of those vices that I gave up a long time ago when I realized that as an older gentleman, my metabolism and my sugar intake needed to be way lower, so I gave up soda. But every so often, when I have days like I had today, sodas are warranted. And I will be, let's get down here and let's get as many of these slimes as we can with this thing, because these guys are the ones that are causing us issues, because we can't hit them while they're low. We have to wait till they jump. Get this guy. That's a trap, right? That's an apple. Oh, I need to prioritize this guy, the crossbow guy, and he ran away from us. He's the one that does the most damage, I think, in all of my... based on how I play the game. I can never get over to the edges fast enough to get them. So... Alright, we're at the Hydra. We know what to do here. We stay to the left side of the screen so that we draw the Hydras out to the middle so we can see their... shadows. So we can determine where they are, and then we share the love. Share the love between them all. Watch out for their tells of their launching their flames and ice beams and acid baths. Walk in 45-degree patterns so no one can get a bead on us. And that way we don't have to block. Oh, we got blue. We got red. And Greeny was trying to come in on the top. Oh, he's trying to get us with the acid. Oh, I should have jumped straight. Or not jumped at all. There we go. Boom. Nico, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for joining on the early stream. Usually I stream at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. But today was, yeah, boom. Germinator says, actually credit fed this bad boy last night. Nice. And it was costly to say the least. It's a fun game. Mabadoya, I think that's how you pronounce your username. Good to see you here as well. I catch you every so often in these streams, and good to see you tonight. Yeah, this game is the mechanics of the game are like rudimentary when it comes to Capcom and how they implemented their blocking, which I think feel like they perfected in or made advances in Knights of the Round, which is kind of like the successor to this game. Hold on, we gotta take care of this last skeleton. Stop him from fighting, and go this way. These guys have a downward attack when they recover. So as long as we move out of the way. And we don't have a downward thrust attack, which is a shame, because we could use it sometimes. But yeah, like I was saying, this game has a blocking mechanic where if you time it right with the enemy strike, you can block their attack. And it feels, I think it was like Capcom's first attempt at this, and then they implemented the same mechanic in Knights of the Round, which feels like a little more refined. We're gonna get as many harpies in here as we can. I skipped this chest, but I think one of them was a trap anyway. See, yeah, I knew it. I called it. I said, I think one of them is a trap, and what's the best thing to do? Spring the trap. Yes, I learned everything I need to know from Star Wars. We got this guy. There we go. And take him out. Let's get his $100, 100 point treasure. And we're off to here. Got him that time. Not gonna take a hit from the guy behind us. And oh, we got the upgraded sword. Here we go. So when it comes to blocking, I have found that the risk versus reward for just moving out of the way, it's not worth it to try to block. Unless it's absolutely necessary. And look, we're only down to 4 HP. We got to level up to try to get some more HP, because this is not a food. Oh, it is a food thing. Oh, see, that's how you block. And we dodge his charge. I couldn't get in the sweet spot. There we go. Oh, I was trying to move out of the way. Let's wait. Oh, we're gonna go get in 2 hits there. Getting a few hits there. Let's do this. Just wait, be patient. There we go. 3 HP left. That's how we do it. That's how we don't choke. But now, unless we get a level up here, we're gonna be hard up for food. We can't use our magic. We don't have enough HP to use our magic ability, so It's really about trying to... I gotta get that. Trying to level up. Oh, that was that. So that was our first life, so that's not so bad. It's not so bad to get up here on our first life. This is a bad guy. Don't run into the acid, we know that. Alright, we got the skeletons. It's those guys that drop from the ceiling that are so bad, especially in this stage where you can't see. Where your view is obstructed by these columns, pillars. We got, oh. I don't want to die here, man. I want that magic to come with me, but I want to move it faster. So we're gonna soccer ball it along. Alright, we took it. Oh, we took it out, but we were invincible, so we got lucky. Okay, it's go time. Should be able to take care of this guy. Watch a super punch. Block that punch. That was good. Oh, oh no, oh no. Oh. Alright, we gotta wail on him while we're invincible. Strike and move, strike and move. There we go. Germinator says their first CC was Final Fight? That's insane. Final Fight is like the hardest beat 'em up, I think, to 1 CC. Alright, hold on, I'll get to your comment. We gotta take care of these red guys. There we go, we got a couple there, we got this guy. I need to hit this magic. And we leveled up, sweet. Oh, what is going on? What is going on with all those guys? Ah, this guy is being so aggressive. Restored some health. Move up here. Some of these stages are more difficult than others because the playing field is so shallow that it's hard to maneuver around and avoid everything. Probably intentionally because of these guys in here. I can't believe we took so many hits. We're not gonna die to the crossbow. I don't know if we're gonna get past the spiders though. Okay, we know that guy bit it because we heard the bone clatter. Oh, we couldn't. I couldn't get there in time. Couldn't get the block on. Alright, we will continue. Let's try to get this magic to the spiders to help us out. Bonus points. Oh, we gotta keep jumping to not stay inside of the acid baths. There we go. We got him. We got him. Oh, I probably could have made it past them on that life, but it's okay, buddy. It's okay. So my first ever 1cc was Final Fight. Afterwards, I hopped on this game and was very surprised by how much meaningful gameplay they squeezed out of simple mechanics. Nice. I think you get a better appreciation for some of the small nuances that the developers put into some of these games when you actually have some time to go through them and look at all the nuances and figure small things out. Mark says, back to the fighter. Yeah, trying to use less credits this run. I think we're going to create a couple save states at a few key boss battles, because I think that is the bottleneck for me with the fighter. So I think that once because the game is so long, I just can't go through the whole game like we have on other games, because it would just take forever. So I'm gonna make some save states at key boss battles. Let's get all the star guys. Let's get these guys. Oh, they didn't give us a magic. We'll get some bonus points. Oh, we got him. Just in time. There we go. Attack and dodge. The fact that the enemies can also block your attack adds like such a different dimension to this game. Oh, okay, hold on. We gotta focus for a second. That will give us extra bonus, extra health. I mean extra points, which is probably better, although I don't know. Maybe for this particular battle it would have been better to have that extra health bonus, but instead of the points. I feel like this is a better fight for me with the fighter than with the magician, with the wizard yesterday. I wanted to block that one. Oh, come on, guy. It's okay. Why? Because our mantra in 2025 is what? Any day that we get to play video games is a good day. And we've had so many awesome consecutive days in a row that, yeah. Even if the outcome doesn't go our way necessarily, it's all good, right? Because there are plenty of days where, in my life at least, in my 40-something, almost 50-plus years on this planet, that I do not play video games. So if we're gaming, yeah, it's good. Okay, let's take the frog guys to the end here. Again, they did not give us any magic ball. One of these is a trap. One of these is food. Oh, I tried to get them all, but I couldn't Pokemon that. Couldn't Pokemon those guys. We're gonna prioritize the Dragon Rider. He's the one that's gonna do most damage to us. Oh no. Okay. Oh, trap. Okay, this is gonna be I think this is gonna be the first boss that we are going to save state, because he's the one that I know I have trouble with. Oh, let's dodge that. That guy almost tried to knife us in the back. Are we there? Not quite. We got this. We got this. We got this. There we go. That's what we needed. And this is exactly what we needed at that time. The big health restore. All right, we muscled our way through that section. Oh man. Sometimes it's so hard because the enemy's off screen. You can't see what they're doing. We're hitting this magic. Taking all the treasure. And this will be good, actually. All right, we'll do a save state. We'll save state 1. And let me take a break. Let's read the chat for a second. I need to take a break. take a breath. Mark says, I don't know if you noticed, but you can jump out of the slime's grip before the animation completes. I did. Mark, where have you been all my life? You can jump out of the slime's grips. I'm gonna work on that when we get further down on the next slime set. Kenneth says, I watched a 2-player SNES run of this game last night. Holy slowdown Batman. Oh, I can only imagine 2 players on the SNES. Hold on, let me take a sip of my Mark says, yeah, the fighting gamer in me really likes the fight mechanic for this game. Germinator says, I feel like a big lesson within the game are spacing and overlapping your attack hitbox on multiple enemies. And of course, jumping, turning around midair, and swinging backwards. Yeah, the whole optimizing your hits to hit multiple enemies. I think the issue is that certain enemies always are able to block your initial attack when you strike at them. So like I think the lizards almost always block your first attack, and so it's like it's so hard to like know when you can hit and not hit and then continue to hit. If you hold the direction that you are attacking in, your rate of attack increases. So, but if you hold opposite of the direction you're attacking in, that's when you block. So it's like this balancing act of trying to be aggressive, but also trying to be able to defend, and then knowing when to do which based on which characters block your attack and which ones don't. So it's a learning curve for sure. Mark says blocking with a shield is actually like parrying more than blocking. Street Fighter 3 reference now. Yeah, exactly. Because the walking animation is so clunky for the Dragon Riders, it's hard to see when the rider goes for an attack. Yeah, the Dragon Riders feel like the one character, the one enemy sprite that feels so erratic as opposed to smooth. All of the other enemies animations feel pretty fluid, but yeah, that one's a little jerky. Cheetah's Master, welcome, good to see you. Nico says just picked up Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, excited to play it. Awesome. That sounds awesome. Mark says, early lifecycle SNES games, especially ones from Capcom, really suffer from the slowdown. And I think part of it is Capcom pushed the envelope when it came to sprite sizes, right, on the SNES, especially with games like Final Fight and some of these other games where their character sprites are so large, and then you try to jam as many as you can onto screen that it gets to be a little much for the SNES to handle. Mark says people have been making ROM hacks for such games to alleviate most of the slowdowns. Yeah, that's the benefit of technology today, right? All right, let's go with this. With the knight, let's see. I'm not going to try to work out any strategies today because I think I want to get further along the game and make another save state, so we don't have to do that. We'll use like today as a save state day. And then we'll reserve other days to figure out strategies. Yeah, this guy just He's one of the enemies that I think I have to really learn, especially when it comes to the second iteration of two of them later in the game. And the dragons don't help. Like, the dragons don't help you at all. If you're new here, if you haven't been to the stream before and you don't know what the numbers are on the left-hand side of the screen, they represent how we track our progress in these games. The top number is how many credits we will use in this game or session, and the bottom number represents how many credits we have used cumulatively since starting this challenge on December 1st. I try to start a new game to 1cc1 every single month. Sometimes it runs a little over, but that's the goal. So we've been streaming King of Dragons every day since December, and it's been, I can never tell how it goes until we count these quarters and see that, oh, we're getting our clears down in credits. So the first time we cleared a game, it was like 475. Our PB is what, seven credits? Yeah, $1.75. Our PB is a 7 credit clear. And so it doesn't seem like we're anywhere close to 1cc'ing yet, but you never know. Sometimes it's just a handful of things that need to be worked out that unlock how everything goes. So if it's and for me, it's probably jumping out of Slime's grasps. Now that I know that. All right, and we can wriggle our way free out of these guys, which are kind of a pain in the butt. If we violently wriggle, we can get there. We can get there. Oh, the overhead drop. I knew it. All right, let's see if we. Oh man, no, came from behind. And the game is rushing us. We'll get that for extra points. All right, we'll create another save state here for this boss. And we'll go for 2. Because this guy is one that I know I need to figure out. And I didn't know. We talked about this. I talked about this in the stream. If it's better to stand at the very top of the playing field, like I'm doing right now. Stand in the middle of the circle. Make sure we get the sickles. Use magic. It's something we will figure out eventually. But not necessarily today. Alright, he's gonna get mad at us. Oh, I saw that sickle and I couldn't turn around. Alright, come on, guy. Come on, guy. There we go. Get all the treasure. Make sure we get our shield. And we'll continue on. I think this game doesn't get, at a certain point, the difficulty starts to decline. I think it's around stage after the wizard. The stages after the dark wizard level feel much easier than the middle stages. Oh, I got that time. Got him before he got to fire. Oh, we somehow managed that, and we took a hit from the lizard behind us. That felt like a trap. See, they always are able to block, unless they're in the attack animation, where we get the jump on them. Look at that. Look at this. Why are you gonna make me a liar, man? Lizard guy, why are you gonna make me a liar? Oh, I didn't see where they were. Here we go. Oh. This guy disappeared. He ran away. He got scared. Should we save this state too? I feel like this is a boss that we have a good handle on. But for continuity, to be able to know which ones are which, we'll just do them all in order. Oh, he got us. Oh, the whole running off the screen. That was a good block. That was not a good block. That was a not block. That was a good block. That was a charge. Oh, charge. Oh, we got caught in the charge. Man, this guy took it to us today. We're gonna hit this magic. Magic, do what you will. Let's take a sip of our soda. Yes. I am drinking a soda tonight. Through a straw. Things I never do on stream. Alright, let's go to the northern castle. Let's go, fighter. We got this. Oh, the red skeletons. These guys are... Oh, I tried to block that. I tried to block that too, but... Arrow guys. Take care of that guy. Got him. Go underneath. Oh, he got me from behind. I think we need to magic that. Let's go up here. All right, that's one down. Apple, got it. One, two, got him. All right, this is one we need to save state. What are we on, 4? And I fully acknowledge that there are going to be times where we are just going to have to die throughout this game. But if we're strategic about where those deaths are, that will help us overall. We're not... If you were hanging out with me for last month when we did R-Type, R-Type was a 1 life clear. So we didn't have to have like life management skills. We didn't have to develop life management skills. We could just know that if we die, that was that. But in some of these other games, like Ghouls N Ghosts was a good one, right? Because you actually got extra lives at key points based on score. or the extra life icons. So these guys are just gonna be. I'm not worried about it today. But once we figure out their patterns, they're going down. I wish this font was easier to read. I don't know if it's just me, or it's probably just me, because if you don't know, I'm vision impaired. I'm a vision impaired gamer. And so my ability to read certain text, like aka the chat, is a struggle. Alright, let's take out as many of these guys as we can. Let's get some bonus points in. Yeah, look at that. Go, fighter, go. You go. You go. Oh, dodge that spear. Got this guy. Oh, one of these is a sword power-up, I think, so we want to get that, but not at the expense of taking a hit. I think this one's no. Is this one sword power-up? No, that's an apple. Oh, none of them are sword power. Oh, and I walked into the acid. Such a jerk. What do we determine that this is? Magic? Oh. I think it's a magic thing because it hits him twice. But then that leaves us susceptible to attack. All right, we got him. But we have two HP. All right, so let's make one more save state here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's read the chat before we go any further. In case there's something that someone needs to tell me about the wizard. If we go back up, where were we? I'm not exactly sure where we are, but Germinator says you need to press every mechanic to the limit. People think that the infinite jab loop is free win, but it's not the case. It's part of the overall gameplay. Oh, we must be talking about Final Fight. Yeah. Final Fight is so complex and so long, and then I always get frustrated at the factory. Is it called the factory? Where the fire always comes in. It's just like, man. Talk about stages that are designed to really mess you up and make you want to rage quit. Mark says, I feel like 1CCing R-Type is inherently a 1LC. Yeah, it totally is. There's no way that you can die and not be totally powered up and then clear the game unless you have some ridiculous shmup skills or ridiculous memorization skills. But otherwise, yeah, it's totally a 1LC thing. Mark says, I wonder if the question mark bag has any other value than 500 points. I've only seen the question mark bag have 100 point values, but then again, the point value I'm not really focused on whenever I'm grabbing them, so we'll have to see. If I were to go back and rewatch every replay, maybe we would find different values or for different reasons. But sometimes it's like, it makes me wonder if it was a mechanic like in shmups where sometimes certain bonus point icons shine and they give you more points if they're shining or if they're not. But, Yeah, who knows? Terminator says, man, vision impaired and you still tackled R-Type. That's really impressive with all those tiny bullets. R-Type actually is the one shmup I chose because it's more like a puzzle game than a bullet hell actually relying on shmup skills. It's a game where you can memorize certain patterns and you know that where enemies are going to be because they're predictable like that. And I think that's the reason why I chose R-Type. Well, plus it was my favorite shmup growing up because it was the one arcade game I had regular access to. Mark says, I think if you played every day for 24 days, you could probably 1cc R-Type 2. Yeah, the dedication is inspiring. Well, thank you. It was really fun. This whole series is super fun to do every day, and it's an excuse for me to tell Lady Quarter Bumper, hey, I gotta go play some video games. Germinator says, I got a bunch of shmup 1cc's, but mostly more modern bullet hell style games. The older memorization style shooters I've tackled was Alpha Mission 2. Nice. Kenneth says Alpha 2 is a great one. Really cool mechanic in that one. I'm gonna have to go check that one out. I'm not sure I am familiar with it to that extent. Mark loves R-Type's format. Yeah. And they were never a fan of bullet hell games. I like bullet hell games. I like certain ones. They just got to be so difficult for me personally, and I'm such an old fogey that I can't not go back to some of the classics like the first Raiden or oh, there we go. We're done with that. Or R-Type, right? Or Salamander or Life Force or Gradius or Gradius or Galaga or Galaga. But yeah, R-Type actually, for being a game from 1987, is surprisingly well thought out with few flaws, I think. Considering it was so early on in what they were trying to do, and the game mechanic was so different and new, that it feels like a special game. I'm pretty sure the Dark Wizard here is going to be a magic thing if we have enough health for magic. So that's where some of the strategy when it comes to life management and where to lose lives or where to die or where you're going to die comes into play, right? So that you know that you have a full health bar to have extra magic. And then some of the other things that I never noticed until I started doing these 1cc series was trying to maximize points to get you certain things like the level up system, right? At some point, I probably should already know how many levels the fighter can actually obtain in a game, so that we know that when we get to the maximum level we can get to is, like say 16. And to do that, we need to get X amount of points, but I haven't quite reached that point yet. If I had a coach, someone who was a coach, that could do all the research on the back end for me, then that would be what I would need. And it's funny, right? Because I think I was talking about this with all of you earlier this year. There was a job opening at a local university in my area that Lady Quarter Pumper was like, you should do this. And I didn't even know it was a job. It was a video game coach for an esports team at a local college, but it was for competitive Fortnite playing. And I played Fortnite some with Kid QP, but Fortnite was not a game that I was that I excelled at. Jump and turn. Oh, I knew we were gonna get hit on that one. We should be able to get through this without without taking any more damage, though. This is the one boss that we got a really good handle on. If they stop doing stuff like that. Oh. Plus the fact that if you get frozen, you can actually break the ice without taking any damage, without losing any hit points. So it's the lizard guys, his backup dancers, that are the ones that cause problems. I'd much rather him take to the air too. Ah, that was a good drop. That was a good drop. Oh, and this guy comes running in out of nowhere without an indicator that he's coming in. Oh. Okay, we got him. Oh, wind. Yeah, could you really imagine being paid to be a Fortnite coach? And I was reading the job description, and it was hilarious to me, right? It was like the job requirement was you need to have a good understanding of advanced game mechanics and tactics, and be able to analyze the strengths and weaknesses of other teams. And I was like, what? I was like, what? You gotta watch all the gameplay of other teams to see what their strengths and weaknesses are. It was so funny. I was like, this school is taking Fortnite seriously, man. Anyone here in the chat wants to see Heavy Barrel? I don't know. I think I want to try Mercs, like we were talking about earlier this month. And Heavy Barrel is a rotary stick, right? I know you dropped a comment about mapping rotary controls to a regular arcade stick. But there is a USB rotary joystick out there. I don't remember what it's called. It's GRE? Does that sound familiar to anyone? It's a GRE rotary stick, and it comes in this pre-perforated box that you can make a stick out of, like the shipping package. I'm intrigued by it, but I don't think I play enough of those games to, I don't know. Oh, come on, guy. There we go. But it's the one reason why I never liked Atari Warriors on the NES. Because of that weird, like, turn mechanic that just did not translate to an NES gamepad. How are we gonna do this? It seems like one of those guys ran away. We'll just go. So yeah, I'm not creating save states for these levels because I don't think these are the ones that I need to really worry too much about. I get punched in the face. This one is just managing like two of these guys at the same time. Oh, 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 oh. I tried to block. See, like that. That's a block. There's a block. Oh, that's a hit. All of his treasure, Okay, we can take these guys. 1v1 is okay. Definitely that training session we had where we were blocking helped with this guy a lot. There we go, we got him, we got him. Akari Warriors for NES was infamously bad. Ryan McNeil, welcome, good to see you. Thanks for joining in the stream tonight. Oh, Germinator made a custom rotary joystick for Forgotten Worlds. Oh, nice. Alright, let's see if we can get to level 17 with the extra gems and bonuses here. And let's not walk into acid. Should get a whole bunch of diamonds. This is 5,000 points. Wait. It's 5,000 points. 5,000 points. Wait. And what's this one? A ruby. And what's this one? Amethyst? I don't know what the purple stone would be. Let's see, we got a full health of 80. We might be able to level up here, actually. If we play smart. So let's stick to the plan. Let's take out the claw. Is that chooses who will go and who will stay. And we just let the dragon breathe his fire. Stay away. Draw it down to the bottom of the screen. Come on down this way, guy. Come on. There we go. Oh, don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Just be patient. Oh, we'll go for the head. Alright, he's flipping around. Let's prepare for magic to counter. So magic counters the roving flame. Get a couple hits in there. Get a couple hits in there. There we go. Stay down. There we go. Oh, see, we did level up to 17 for this fight. Hit to the head. Watch the claw. Flippity doo-dah. Prepare for magic. Got an extra life. Nice. Oh, and I totally was not paying attention. I was looking at the score to see what the extra life score was. So bad. Such a rookie mistake. Don't take your eyes off the prize, man. There we go. Run. There we go. Draw him down. There we go. Hit the nose. Prepare for magic. Got him. Oh, dodge the flame. Got a hit in there. One more cycle. Oh, we got this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So we are able to defeat, if we have a full sleeve of health, we are able to defeat the dragon at the end without dying. So like I said, it's not like the game increases in difficulty by the end. It gets a little it gets a little easier. And this guy's flex at the end. I mean, kids talk about flexing these days, whatever that means to them, but like that's a flex, man. Look at that flex. He's posturing for no one. Mark says, I wonder if one of the Cyclops have more HP than the other. Oh yeah, I don't know. Oh, and I just about finished my soda. Mark says the NES Akari Warrior developers tried for a modified control scheme to emulate the rotary joystick with only one D-pad, and it failed miserably. It made the game almost unplayable. Yeah, right? Like you pressed left or right to turn? I can't even remember. All I remember about NES Akari Warriors was ABBA, ABBA, ABBA. Mark says, I believe that everyone maxes at level 18, but I could be wrong. Alright, well that's interesting to know. Ken says, actually, if you turn on cheats for the game, your level can go all the way up to 24. Oh. That's nuts. The fact that they just programmed it to just keep going as you hit whatever number you need to actually level up. I don't even know how the level up system works. I guess it's score based because it seems like that, but I'm not exactly sure if there's a way to manipulate the level system, which feels like it would be something to take advantage of, but I don't know if we could do it or not. Germinator, thanks. We got this. Yeah, exactly. Maube Doya. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thanks for the GGs. I'm just gonna call you Mao. Mark, he's holding it in. The guy turns like you're. The guy turns like you're parallel parking. Oh yeah, I know. Mark says, I think if you leave treasure on the ground long enough, you summon a thief. Yeah, and maybe you can like hit the thief for an extra point or two. The real cool bit would be rolling up in an arcade and 1cc'ing on real hardware. Don't even get me started, Germinator. So I went to a real arcade at the beginning of November. I live within driving distance of Fun Spot, which is in New Hampshire, in the Lake Winnipesaukee region. And I drove up there, and of course, they did not have any of the games that I learned how to 1cc. So I couldn't go in and flex my gaming skills. That was my dream. My dream has been to be able to 1cc, go to an arcade, have a whole ton of people crowd around you and cheer like I never had that experience in the 80s and 90s. But maybe someday. I know FunSpot has an R-Type machine because I went there on November 2nd and I did not play the R-Type machine because that's when we had started R-Type on this channel, and I only play the games on stream so that everyone can see exactly every minute of gameplay, because one of my core values is transparency when it comes to YouTube and content creation. So I'm not afraid to show how awful I am at certain things, and then when we actually develop the skills, you can see exactly how we do it, and maybe it gives inspiration to anyone to know that you can master these arcade games. So everyone, thanks so much for hanging out with me on a Thursday night. For the rest of the schedule through 2025, I'm going to try to stick closely to my regular regular streaming schedule, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays for lunchtime streams, Saturday and Sunday mornings 10 and 11, and then sporadically at 4 and 7, but I'm not sure how next week's going to go. So make sure if you want to catch the streams that you're subscribed, because I will post them probably like an hour before if I go at a different time. But otherwise, thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate everyone that subs in these live streams every day and watches them in the replay and gives me all the support, because you guys rock. I couldn't do it without you. So Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Try to get some gaming in. Be good to each other. And you know what? We'll all hang out again tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.